What's up, folks? Jay from Jay's Way here, and I wanted to make this video to address a question I get asked all the time in all the print-on-demand Facebook groups, in my DMs, that sort of thing, whatever. How do I pick a niche to sell in for Etsy? Or anywhere, really. So the thing is, there's a crap load of content out there suggesting the top 10 trending niches of the month or the top 5 of the week, etc., etc. But if you can't come up with winners on your own, you're always going to be riding the coattails of others, and we'll have to come up with thousands, literally thousands of designs to even get seen or any kind of amount of decent sales. But the Jay's Way answer to picking a niche is actually pretty simple. It just means you got to get off the internet for a few minutes, do some soul searching. Don't worry, we're not going to get too deep. I just need you guys to stop overthinking this. First, let's get a common understanding of what a niche actually is. Very simply put, a niche is a subject area or demographic. As it relates to business, a niche market is a part of a larger market that has its own unique identity. You could say that pet lovers are a niche. More specifically, dog lovers would be a sub niche, and large breed dog lovers would even be more of a sub niche, if that makes sense. These more defined niches are where the magic happens. One thing to note here is that product types are not niches. Mugs, t-shirts, wall decor, that kind of thing are not niches. They're the items that you're going to put your niche-centric art on and sell. Those are like the vehicles for your message. The message is the niche, the design. One more time, product types are not niches. So get a pen and write the answers to these questions down. It's really simple. Are you in this niche yourself? Are you part of it? Are you part of the demographic you're targeting? Or are you an authority on the subject matter, otherwise known as the subject matter expert? An example would be, are you the dog lover, or are you very good friends with or work closely with dog lovers, or are your family or friends dog lovers, that sort of thing, right? Yes or no. If yes, that's a great start. If no to both, then why do you want to be a part of this niche? And why do you want to create things to sell to people in a niche that you're not even a part of or don't know enough about? If you just want to make some coin in a niche that's been popular for a while, totally cool. I get it. But be ready for an uphill battle if you want to make some real bank. This is because you won't know all the ins and outs of the niche, so you'll have lots to do to research just to get a better understanding of a niche, at a ground level kind of way. If you answered yes, then you probably already got the inside scoop. You're probably a part of the niche. You probably already know what's trending, what's cool, what's kind of maybe on the down low, maybe a little funny. You're going to be up and up to date with everything, all the goings on in that niche, right? You probably already got a bunch of ideas in your head that you just can't wait to get down on paper. That alone should give you some kind of insight as to where to look for a niche to sell in. Looking within your own demographic already makes you a subject matter expert, and it gives you kind of like an insight, a little bit of an advantage when it comes to creating designs to sell for that niche. Things like ages, genders, or lack thereof, personalities. Are they edgy? Are they more refined? Are they more low-key or carefree? Are they into sports? What kind of budgets are we looking at here? Preferred color schemes, where they hang out on social media. Like, are they on Facebook all day? Are they, Instagram, TikTok, depending on age range and demographic, right? Are there certain big brands that come to mind? If so, what are they? Like if we say people who like to travel, are they digital nomads? Are they, more of the weekend warrior? Do they like to take plane rides twice a year kind of thing to like some overseas country, a little more lavish or luxe? Are they into Jeeps, for example, or Volkswagens? Like the Jeep lover might be more of like the weekend road trip, interested in camping, hiking, a little more rugged stuff, rock climbing maybe. Or are they more of the Volkswagen Westphalia kind of road tripping travel type? Chasing sunsets, or just having, I envision having a glass of wine with a beautiful sunset view on a beach somewhere, right? The point is that you'll understand that they're two very different personality types, but they both still love to travel. Other things you'll have the inside scoop on will be like the idioms or nuances of the niche, right? So like if we think of people in plays, thespians, they say break a leg when they go on stage instead of good luck, because good luck is actually, I guess, bad luck. But that's something you wouldn't know unless you know somebody who's kind of into that scene. Or like in fishing, you don't say good luck, you say tight lines. The idea there is that if the line is tight, then that means there's probably a fish on the end, right? Like, so it's not slack. That's the kind of thing that you would only know if you're a part of that niche. And when it comes to RVs or traveling that way, you'd know the significance of pineapples in that niche. So if you're like the rest of us and you get shiny object syndrome, like, oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. Oh, that's cool. That's a great idea. When trying to decide what niche to start selling in on Etsy, take a break, unplug, bust out the pen and paper and look inwards. Remember the acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. What do you spend your money on? What kind of t-shirts are you buying? What kind of hobbies do you have? What do you know more about in terms of a subject matter than most people in the room when you're at a gathering or something like that? Those are the kind of things that you would probably be better at than most people. Surface level knowledge usually means surface level sales, and a deeper knowledge generally means more sales. Not saying to dive too deeply here, but have enough there that somebody who bought like a funny Great Dane shirt from you can come back and buy another Great Dane shirt for maybe his partner or something a little different, but not the exact same design, right? So there's lots of nuances within the niche that you can kind of expand on or relate to somebody who is very passionate about what it is the subject matter happens to be. And remember, it's a lot easier to have a customer come back than it is to acquire a brand new customer. So keep that in mind. The more you can have a customer come back, the easier it's going to be to snowball sales. They're going to be so proud to be, a potential brand ambassador. And by that, I mean somebody who just goes out and reps your stuff because they're proud to do it, because you hit the nail on the head in their niche, right? So they're going to go run, tell all their friends are going to come, but you want them to come back more than once. And another bonus is that you'll be on top of it and in the know about design ideas that come from, random tweets or breaking events or the news or that sort of thing, right? You'll be way ahead of those top 10 flavors of the month people who are only in the niche or trying to be in part of that niche because they saw it in a video or online or saw somebody else selling it somewhere. The main thing you don't want to do is try to start selling in a niche you don't really know much about. You're not going to know enough about it to make a design better than the thousands that are already out there, or hundreds of thousands in some cases. And your potential customers will see right through you and you'll be labeled an imposter. Can you make lots of sales? Sure, but you're going to need lots of designs, like hundreds or thousands of designs, just to leverage enough keywords so that you appear in search results to maybe then hopefully get a few clicks, which will hopefully then convert if you've actually nailed the design. Then once you got a few sales, you can kind of have an idea of what's actually selling in a niche. You'll have a bit more social proof, maybe a few reviews. Then you can kind of start, focusing more on what you know is already working. There's a saying out there that success leaves clues. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to your customer. What do they want? They're going to tell you in terms of sales. And if you're selling big dog teas, for example, and you have customers repeatedly asking for, poodle teas or different dog teas, then create a new section for that and dive right in. You're already going to be ahead of the game in terms of knowing the nuances when it comes to dogs and different dogs. You're going to be predisposed to that, even if you only have a large breed dog. You maybe have been to a vet where you've seen some little yappy ones in action or anything like that, or you've been, made friends at a dog park, that sort of thing. So even though you might not know the ins and outs of owning specifically a poodle, you're at least going to be ahead of the curve when it comes to understanding behaviors of dogs in general. And then comes career related stuff like vet techs, dog trainers, behavioral specialists, that sort of thing. And that's just dogs. So I hope this makes sense. Thanks for watching this far, and please like and subscribe to support my new channel. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll be answering my most asked questions by video here on the regular in the near future.